Right, we're back with the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, and we've taken on issues of the global economic crisis and how it affects Nigeria and the crash of the naira. So we might as well, Professor Soludo, say that we can put the blame on the doorsteps of the global economic crisis.
Yeah, basically that is it. I think you've put it succinctly. When the drumbeat changes, you must change the dance step. When the global capital flows got frozen, when oil prices crashed, when the outflows from the economy now exceed the inflows by more than 2, 3, 4 times, you will be crazy not to change strategy. I give you an example. Russia tried to defend the existing exchange rate by running down its reserve. Now, the only way you can do that is if you don't allow the exchange rate to move. What you do is to sell more foreign exchange. That's the only way you do it. Russia spent about 300 billion of its own reserves to defend a particular exchange rate. It has just recently realized that it cannot do that, even after wasting the $300 billion. And the exchange rate has now depreciated by 40-something%. The naira, when people say crash, I smile. I wish that we could have left it as it were. I wish we could get it to 1 naira to $1. I wish we had diversified exports, earnings. I wish we had other sources of earning dollars to the economy that we could have it to become 1 naira to $1. But it's a simple demand and supply thing. If there is no dollar and you have huge demand for it, the price has to adjust. But when even people talk about crash, I urge them to take a global perspective. And I think Nigerians need to understand this, that the world is changing. We at the Central Bank, we're now producing something that we call Global Recession Watch. And we ask people, go to our website every day, we update it. We're trying to provide people with information on what is going on globally. The naira has depreciated officially by about 24.5, 25%. The parallel market is the one people are looking at. But that is the market that accounts for less than 5% of legitimate transactions. The exchange rate for the naira is the official exchange rate. And I will explain to you this.
All right.
It is the official exchange rate. And this official exchange rate has been between 144 to 148 since mid-January. It has remained stable. And now, the next step we are moving, because that is the market where 95% of legitimate transactions take place.
Well, I'm not cutting you short, but yeah. You say 95%. That's the statistics you gave. I know quite a number of people would disagree with that. But again, you qualify it and say 95% of legitimate transactions. Yeah. This is an insinuation that much of what goes on in the parallel market is not legitimate.
I think you've put your finger on it. And I can tell you, from next week, we're putting out certain other clarifications that now try to, and the information, to let all Nigerians know that literally all your legitimate transactions, literally all, can now be met through the formal market. Go to your bank. If you want BTA, you're traveling, you go there. People are walking into their banks, getting their travel allowance at the official exchange rate. If you want to import something, even if it is $1, go to your bank. They will bid for you at the official exchange rate. But the point is, of course, they have to open LCs for you.
Exactly.
And so on.
So we might say this sounds a lot easier than that is actually in practice.
No, but the point is that there is nowhere in the world where you just walk into the market and get foreign exchange without documentation. You see, we've created a lifestyle and a pattern here where we think foreign currency people deal with it on the street. I must tell you also, the operations of many of the so-called parallel markets are actually operating illegally in terms of the processes and the law. Many of the ways that they do things, they're supposed to have documentation even at the parallel market. You're not supposed to receive anything, any cash, everything that you get. Walk into London and want to buy $1,000. They must take a photocopy of your passport. They must take certain documentations. Go and try to withdraw $10,000. They must take you. I think you will fill up forms, even in the U.S. It's only here. Go to South Africa and try to take away $1. It's here that we've created this culture that foreign exchange is like tomato, that you go there to buy. But I think the points that have to be made are as follows. All legitimate transactions, if you are importing goods, be it $1, be it 50,000, be it 100,000, be it 1 million, so go to your bank, submit the documents for that, and then they will, of course, open LC for you. Now we are going to be having daily bidding. So if you don't get today, you'll get tomorrow.
Right, because
but then why would somebody... But what then happens is that somebody wants to avoid paying duties. Okay? So he goes to the so-called black market or whatever to buy it. Because he doesn't want to pay the duties. He doesn't want to open letter of credit. That's where you make imports. In today's world, it's not a carrying money. Or go to your bank, open letter of credit at the official this thing, pay the duty involved, and you get your foreign exchange at the official rate.
Could there also be another reason?
But there's also
maybe
the other
banks.
bit.
Okay.
That's also the other bit. Not the banks. It's a cultural thing that has been...
Perhaps the banks cannot satisfy your need at a particular time or given a time frame.
No.
Could that be a reason?
I haven't seen anybody who has said because we have the foreign exchange to supply them. They are not carrying cash. I think people must get away from this mentality of cash. It doesn't work anywhere else. And Nigeria is not unique. And I must also say, I mean, I'll come to the issue of the sales that we used to make to the bureau de change. We are the one who started selling cash to our bureau de change. Where else in the world does that happen?
And you have decided to stop that too?
Yeah, we have decided to stop it. Principally because of what I have said to you.
Now, would that make it easier to access the forex, or would it now put more pressure? Wouldn't that put more pressure on the system?
Okay, now that's the explanation I'm coming to, Cyril. And I think this point is very important that Nigerians should understand it. I have said the new rules are such that even if you need $1 to import goods, you are not laundering money. You are not the one who wants to avoid paying duties. So you want to avoid documentation. Even if it is $1, go to your bank and your bank will bid for you at the official rate. And that is available and we are satisfying that market. People talk to me every day. They say, what is it these people are talking? I just walked into my bank, I bought my BT, I'm traveling tomorrow. I bought my basic travel, my personal travel thing, or business travel allowance at the official rate. Go walk into your bank and do that. You can also have your credit card and load it in there. You can also have your debit card and load it in there. You can carry as much as 5, 6, 10,000, and they will sell to you. We have now started supplying dollars through the banks that we can also supervise, that can ensure that you have documentation. If they wire money for you, they must report it to us. If you are buying a traveler's check, we need to have the report. But when people want to launder money, they don't want to show up in the banks. When people want to evade or avoid paying duties, they want to smuggle goods in. They don't want to show up in the banks. But those who are going to the bank, if anyone has gone to the bank that he needs to import, maybe it's an optometrician or is this, and they are importing eyeglasses, right, and he needs $15,000 to buy them, and he goes to a bank and the bank says, no, I will not bid for you. Tell us. Right. No. All legitimate transactions are now allowed. Go to your bank will submit a bid for you. And let me give you a typical example.